The situation in Europe today is worrisome. 3 years ago, when we were in Berlin with a conference of European rabbis, the great question was, does Europe have a future for its Jews? Today, the question is a totally different question. Does Europe, as a united Europe, have a future? We're seeing that at one side, the radical right is gaining a lot of votes in many countries. Here in Austria, almost an extreme right-wing president was elected. On the other hand, we see that parties under the influence of the Islamic State and Islamism are gaining ground. So the question is, what will happen to those European countries? Europe is today dealing with the challenge of migrants, of millions of potential migrants. Europe is dealing with the challenge of terror, of Islamist terror, and because the European Union does not provide the security needed for those countries, radical right-wing parties are using this political situation to gain track in all those countries.
You are elected to be the next 5 years the president of all the rabbis of Europe. Tell us about what's your plan, what's you going to do tomorrow?
We will do everything, number one, to protect the Jewish communities, to make sure that the protections in the communities are going to be adequate. We're going to ask governments to chip in and join in the cost of providing adequate security. It is inconceivable that the communities themselves should foot the whole bill. That's impossible. The government's responsibility is the security of every citizen, including the Jews and including every Jewish community. Many are leaving Europe from France. Thousands and thousands are going on Aliyah to Israel, or going to Canada, or to emigrating to the United Kingdom. There is real fear. And the fact that in Vienna, quite a few Jews voted for the extreme right shows the amount of fear they have from Islamism.
BDS organization that acting to boycott Israel, what do you think about it? How to prevent an organization like BDS?
There's a lot of work which has to be done, and the problem with BDS is that many inside the Jewish community still have not understood the problem. So it is, we'd say, it's not wrong to criticize Israel. Everybody has the right to criticize Israel. Every Israeli criticizes Israel. Every Jew criticizes Israel. But there's a very important difference between criticism and delegitimization, and between criticism and boycott, and between criticism and divestment. Why is Israel singled out? In the UN, World Health Organization, last week there was a vote where in the UN where they voted against Israel because they claim that Israel is giving worse medical care to non-Jewish Israelis, which is a total lie. And what hurts most that EU countries, the so-called friends of Israel, they all voted for this resolution.
You have a message to the whole Jewish community that see you now?
The message to the Jewish community is that, one, don't be afraid. Number two, be united. Number three, the Conference of European Rabbis are here with you.